What's up, guys? It's your guy once again, the Proof, and today I just wanted to introduce you a CSS language. And so, what is the CSS? So we use the CSS to style a web page. So remember, I told you that we are going to teach you and take you along the journey of becoming a full stack developer. And if you have to be a full stack developer, you need to understand two of the main languages on the front end, that is HTML and CSS. I've already introduced HTML, and today I just want to do the CSS. So without much ado, let's get started. It's your guy once again, the Wolf. So what you're seeing on my desktop here, this is just the HTML, and so let's do it. So what is CSS? So CSS stands for Cascading Style Sheets. I'm not talking about the sheet, but I'm talking about sheet like a wall sheet, right? So also CSS describes how HTML elements are to be displayed on a screen, paper, or in other media. So CSS saves a lot of work. It can control the layout of multiple web pages at once. So we can use external style sheets. So we can store it as external and use it as a file and import it into our HTML page. So let's talk about why we use CSS. So CSS is used to define styles for a web page, including the design, the layout, and the the variations in display for different devices and screen sizes. Like in your phone, the CSS that displays in the phone is actually different from. Yeah, it depends on the screen size. So that's why you hear some people saying this is a mobile responsive website, so you can watch it on mobile or big screen like a laptop or smart TV. So anything you see on your screen, the way they're aligned, the colors, everything, it's all about CSS and HTML. So without much ado, let's get started. So first of all, I just wanted to meet everything here. I'm assuming that you are new today, and I really welcome you. So I just want first of all, let me just close this. And the guys I'm using, index has been modified, save change. So I'm using a Sublime text editor, and you can go online and just Google it and download it. It's so simple. It's not that long ID. So I'll just start by creating a new file. Let's just say new file, and I'm just going to save it as is. Okay, I just want to save it like this. Save as, and I just want to save it as let's say introduction. Even like that is okay, and I can go down and find where HTML is. So and probably I should add here dot HTML. You can find that extension. So just save this desktop. So if you can see this star here, it means that you have saved your file. So first of all, we're going to start by, if I tell the plain text that I'm doing with docutype, and say, actually I should remove this K here, just like that, docutype, and then say HTML, and then I close this. And then I come down on this, let me say, open tag, and this then I got all these HTML and inside the HTML. For now, let me just remove this meta information so as not to confuse you. And I can, on the title, if we talk about introduction in HTML, I mean CSS. So in our body here, so I've already explained this HTML element in the HTML lessons. So here we are talking about CSS. So here in the body, I just want to write a few things and say that I can copy, say, a simple thing like this. Hold on a little bit. I haven't even eaten breakfast yet, so I'm sniffing. I'm sniffing my neighbor's food somewhere. So first of all, I just want to include the HTML tags in our head so that we can use it to stylish the HTML element. So to do this, I'm just going to pick this keyword here and in the head. So we have this head here. Let me just come down here in the head. That's where I'm placing these tags. So I'm just going to say, call it style, just like simple as that. And as you can see, it has auto-filled with this text of CSS. I can remove this, but for now just leave it there. It doesn't affect. So in this style, I'm just going to say that the body background should be a certain color. So to style the body of this document, once it runs, it runs from the top, it will find the body, and the body's element are just here. So they're going to style it. So I'm just going to say body. This is just for demonstration. Remember, we have not gone that far. This is the first class. So I'm just going to say the body background. Actually, we should add a dash here to say the body color, just like that. So I just I can say light blue, right? Light blue, just like that. So if I run this, let me just finish, and I just want to add a few tags here, like the header, not the header control, like H1 is the size of the data. So I just want to add this and say H1 and give it the value. So H1, I just wanted the color to be, white. You can specify the color you want, and also I want the text, this color head one to be centered. So I just want to say text to be centered, text line center. So I just call it center, just like that. And then go down, just create another paragraph now. Still remember we are in the head, and this is where we placed our CSS style sheet. So again, I just want to give the paragraph some attributes. So in this paragraph, I just want to say the font family, the font family for this paragraph. I just want to have one called Banana, just like I think it's written like this, banana. You see about that? I want the font size of this paragraph to be font size. Is the font size? So the font size should be, I think it should come down. It's no problem though, just to make things to look clean. I just want a font of 20 pixels. So this size, the size of that font. So I will come in the body now. Here in the body, we have the body, right? Yeah, this is the head. So we have the body here. We have defined the body. The body is here. So in this body is where I want my element to be. So we had H1. We had H1. This one over here. And the H1 we had the information, which is my about CSS example. And also have the P, this P here. So the P paragraph should be, the P tag should be that first of all. And I can say this is the first paragraph. This is the first paragraph. It's like that. This is the first paragraph. And now we are done. So what we have done here, we wanted this H1 to have a certain attribute, and also we wanted this P tag to have different attribute. And our attributes, we close them in a style sheet, because now style sheets, that's where we style our HTML element, and we say that the body should be light blue, and also H1 should have a color of white, and the text should align in the center. It's just a plain English, just to tell you what you want. And also the P type, we wanted a family to be, the font family to be this for that, and also the font size to have 2. So let's run this. First of all, you can see here it's not saved, so I should save this, and then I run. So if I open in the browser, you can see. So okay, thank you. So as you can see, the background is light blue, and in my first CSS example here, look at this. We say that background light blue. You can say, okay, pure blue there. You can change this and say blue, and save that. If we save that, it's only that the light blue looks good when testing things out. So you can see the background is blue, and we have my first CSS example. The text is center aligned, and our paragraph P, this is the first paragraph. So that is all about. That's how we use CSS in the head to do some miracles. So let's continue. So CSS actually, CSS do solve. Wait a minute, sorry. Okay, so CSS, guys, solves a big problem. It's a very huge problem. So HTML was never intended to contain tags for formatting a web page. So it was never intended. So HTML was created to describe the content of our web page, like H1, this is heading, and we have a P, this is a paragraph. So when tags like a font, like you can see here, this tag we say a font size. Yeah. So when I tag like that, and okay, when the tag like a font and a color attribute were added to HTML, I think HTML 3.2 specification, it started a nightmare for web developers. So development of a large website where fonts and color information were added every single page became a long and expensive process. Imagine just having something like this on the same, where you have so many webs. So every web you have to go inside and do some stuff there. So we solved this, or they solved this problem, and the World Wide Web Consortium, which is actually the W3, I think the W3C created the CSS. So CSS removed the style formatting from the HTML page. So we don't need this HTML style on this page here, because the page actually becomes so cumbersome. So we're going to move this here and just place it on a different page. So if you don't know what HTML is, we suggest that you go back to my HTML lessons and start from there. So guys, let's talk about how to save CSS, how CSS saves a lot of work. So let's talk about that. So the CSS definition are normally saved in external .css files, and that's what we're going to do. And with the external style sheet file, you can change the look of the entire website by changing just one file. So guys, to do that, let's continue. Welcome back. So that was all about CSS introduction. So let's talk about CSS syntax. So a CSS rule consists of a selector and declaration block. So for example, we have the syntax. The selector, for example, is H1 here. Is a selector, and the declaration is where we declare, for example, a color to be blue, the font to be, for example, the color to be blue. That's a declaration, and also font size. Let's say let's be 12 pixel. That's still a declaration. So the color of this right here. So let's say that we have, let me know this is the H1, which is the size of our data, or the paragraph, or the head. So let's say this is just the selector, right? And also we have, let's say, a color. When we want to change this header, we say that the color should be let's say blue. This is a declaration. So this is a declaration here. This is a declaration, and then this just like that. And also we have you can say again here, font should be, let's say, 12 pixel. This is the declaration, and so in these declarations, so this color here, this one, okay, we have said this is H1. The color should be blue. Oh, why? This is it. Oh, well, I'm messy. The font should be, let's say, 12 pixel, and this color, let's say, should be blue, and also this here. So we say that this H1 is a selector. This is what we select, and these are declarations what we do. So this color here is just a property. This color is a property, and blue is a value. And also this font here, the font is a property. We normally say that the font size is, so the font one here is just a property, and the 12 pixel is the value. So so the selector point, this one here, which is H1, it's actually points to the HTML elements you want to style. So you have to select the element from the HTML page that you want to change. So the declaration block contain one or more declaration separated by a semicolon. So you can declare in so many ways. And also each declaration includes a CSS property and add value, as I've already explained. So it's separated by the colon. So multiple CSS declarations are separated with the semicolons, and the declaration blocks are surrounded by a curly braces. So let's do one example here. So we want a p tag element, and we centering it, or we align it in the center, with, let's say, a red text. So to do this, let's do this first of all here, and let's create a p tag here, like this, and then this p tag actually should have, I think I should put this in a style sheet here. First of all, let's have a p tag, and in a p tag we want to say hello Mr. Wolf, just like this. And then I just want to have another p and call that, and let me just copy this again, copy this, and then in here I just want to say something different. Let's say maybe this is a paragraph, this paragraph is styled with CSS, just like that. And now I just want to put my tags in this head here where I style it. So let's style this tag. You have to declare these tags if you want to style it. So we are putting the style in the head, and I just want to say that this P paragraph, I just want to have P with the curly braces. Now I have to say that the color, I want the color to be, let's say, red, right? And I want the text to align in the center. So text align, and I say center, just like that. Nothing big. So if I run this, first of all I need to save it, and then now I can run on the browser, opening the browser. So as you can see, hello Mr. Wolf, the text is in the red color first of all, and again it's center aligned, all the paragraphs, because they want to centrally aligned. What if I minimize this? You can see it's responsive. On mobile it should be looking like this. On large or bigger screen, this is how it should look like. So guys, we have done one major example here. Let's explain this. So this P here, this P tag is selected in the CSS. So we have our CSS here. We selected the P, this one. Even if you align, you highlight it like this, you can see all of them are selected. So means the same thing. So we can even have another one here, but we must select them to change their styles. So I can even add one here and say something. I can say this paragraph, so selected since share P tag, just like that. So if I run still, they will have the same color. So P selected in the CSS, and it points to the HTML image we want to style. So it's selected here and it points over here. So the color is a property. So we say this is just a property, and the red is the property value that we give. So the color we can give green, blue, orange, which is all in its decimal colors. And also the text align here is also a property, and it centers its paragraph property, or it's just center in the property value. I mean, I'm saying center is the property value. So that is it. So we will learn much more about CSS selector and CSS property in the next lesson. So guys, that is all for today. I don't know how long is the lesson, but I think I should add more. So for introduction, that is all. Thank you, and see you in the next